Do vaccines cause autism? Did the parents cause autism? And why does autism look like one thing in a child, something completely different in a teenager, and something else again in an adult? I'm Dr. Jing Duanyang. I'm a board-certified psychiatrist and an integrative medicine physician. I'm also a fifth-generation practitioner of Chinese medicine. So, I have spent 30 years sitting between two medical traditions, and in that seat, I have treated a lot of children, teenagers, and adults with autism or autistic spectrum disorders. I treat them through a model I developed called ACEs, 4 dimensions: anatomy, chemistry, energy, and soul. The body, the biochemistry, the nervous system, and the meaning. Today I want to tell you what autism actually is, how to see it as a parent, how to see it in yourself. I will walk you through a self-assessment you can do at home. Let's begin. What is autism really? Autism is a different way the brain is wired. It changes how a person speaks, how they connect, and how they feel the world through their senses. And it is common. The CDC's latest report, April 2025, 1 in 31 children in this country now meets criteria for autism. For boys, 1 in 20. That is not misdiagnosis. That is a signal. And as a physician, I take signals seriously. Now the word spectrum. For decades, people have used this word wrong. Autism is not a line from mild to severe. It is not a slider. In my clinic, I tell parents to picture a sound mixing board, many dials: sensory, social, language, motor, focus, mood, sleep, gut. Every autistic person is a unique combination of those dials. This is why two autistic people can look like opposites. One is a software engineer who never misses a deadline but cannot do small talk at the company holiday party. Another cannot speak in words at all, but writes you a paragraph on a tablet that makes you cry. Both are autistic, both are real, both deserve respect and the care that actually fits who they are. Now let me answer the questions I get asked the most, and I'm not going to give you the easy yes or no. After 30 years in practice, I can tell you, on autism, the truth is almost always in the middle. Do vaccines cause autism? Here's what I have learned. Vaccines do not cause autism, but in a child who is already vulnerable, wrong genes, wrong epigenetics, leaky gut, a struggling immune system, a methylation problem, in that child, a vaccine can be a trigger. So can a serious infection, so can heavy metals, so can severe early stress. A trigger is not the cause. The cause is many things working together in one specific child at one specific moment. This is exactly what the CHARGE study at UC Davis Mind Institute has been showing for over 20 years. Dr. Irva Hertz-Pichetto's team has documented again and again that autism sits at the intersection of genetic susceptibilities and environmental load. So, when a mom tells me, "Doctor, my child changed after that shot," I do not dismiss her. I listen, then I assess the whole child. From a Chinese medicine perspective, I'm asking, where was the constitution already weak? Where was the system already strained? As well as from the epigenetic perspective. So she's not crazy. And the flat line that vaccines have nothing to do with autism. That is also not the whole truth. In ACEs, we hold both. We don't blame the parents. We don't silence the observation. We look at the whole picture. Does autism only show up in children? No. Autistic children grow up. They become autistic adults. And many adults, especially women, especially people who learn to mask early, they don't get diagnosed until 30, 40, 50 years old, often after their own child gets diagnosed first. The work of Dr. Min-Chul Lei and Professor Simon Baron-Cohen out of Cambridge has shown us why. Many autistic adults, particularly women, spend their lives camouflaging, looking normal on the outside, drowning on the inside. So the diagnosis comes very late. In my practice, the fastest growing group I see is adults, successful professionals, mothers, physicians, even people who finally walked into a clinic and said, "Something has always been different about me. I just want to understand it." Did parents cause autism? No. Forget the old refrigerator mother theory, the idea that autism comes from a lack of maternal love. The theory hurt countless families. It was wrong. Bury it. Parents do not cause autism. But this is important. Parents are essential to healing. That is a different conversation. We will make a separate video on treatment and self-care. Here's what I want you to hear today. Autism is lifelong. There's no cure because autism is not a disease. It is a different operating system. So what does autism actually look like in real life? In the room, it looks different at different ages, different in boys and girls, different across cultures. Let me walk you through what I see in my office every week. Autism in babies. By 12 to 18 months, most babies point. Look at dog, look at grandma. Autistic babies often don't point. They may not turn when you call their name. That back and forth bubbling, the rehearsal for conversation, may not happen the same way. At 2-3 years old, speech may be late, or speech comes and then disappears. They focus on parts of the things, the wheels, not the car. They flap their hands when they are excited. They rock when they are upset. They line up their toys with the position of a watchmaker. And listen carefully. Many of these children are brilliant, reading at 3, memorizing the periodic table at 5. Don't let intelligence fool you. Brilliance and autism live together very comfortably. Middle school, high school. This is where I see many autistic kids hit the wall, especially the girls. The social rules are unwritten. They change every week. They're brutal. A child who couldn't mask in elementary school suddenly finds that masking is not enough. What I see in our practice, more withdrawn. Special interests that take over their whole life, rigid routines. And this one is critical. Meltdowns at home, even when school looks fine. Parents come into my office and say, "Doctor, my child is perfect at school. The teachers love her. But the moment she walks through the door, explosion." I tell them, your child is not bad. Your child has been holding her nerve system together for 8 hours straight. Of course, she falls apart at home. Home is the only place safe enough to fall apart. Adults are the fastest growing group in our clinic. A whole generation grew up before anyone knew what to look for, especially women, especially people of color, especially the high-functioning ones who spend their whole lives camouflaging. In adults, the picture is this: tired all the time, even after social interactions you enjoy. Burnout that doesn't go away with vacation. Sensory things you have always had. The tag in the shirt, the buzz of fluorescent lights, but you assume everyone felt that way. And when these adults finally get the diagnosis, most of them don't feel sad. They feel relief. Because finally, the manual fits the machine. There's one thing I want every woman watching this to hear. For decades, autism was studied mostly in boys. So the criteria themselves are biased toward how boys present. Dr. Laura Hall and Dr. William Mandy at University College London have shown how deeply autistic women camouflage and how high the cost is. Cassidy and colleagues in 2014 published a study in the Lancet Psychiatry on adults newly diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome. Two-thirds had thought about ending their lives. 1 in 3 had made a plan or attempt. That paper worked the field up. We are still catching up. So if you're a woman and something I'm saying is landing in your chest, please take that seriously. Don't dismiss yourself. Don't explain it away. Now, as I promised, the self-assessment. The full form is available to download in the description below. Pause the video, download it, and follow along. I want to be clear, this is not a diagnosis. A real diagnosis takes a clinician, a proper interview, validated tools, the ADO-3-2, the AQ-50, and a careful look at developmental history. But this assessment will give you a structured way to look at yourself and someone you love across the 4 ACEs dimensions. Then you decide, do I need to talk to a professional? 20 questions, 5 per dimension. Score each one from 0 to 3. 0, never or rarely. 1, sometimes. 2, often. 3, almost always. Let's start with anatomy. Long-standing GI symptoms, constipation, reflux, food intolerance, stomach pain are part of the daily life. Second, motor coordination, balance, handwriting, or posture have always felt harder or different than for other people. Number 3, there is chronic tension or pain in the neck, jaw, or upper back without clear injury. Number 4, certain lights, sounds, fabrics, and smells feel physically painful, not annoying, painful. Number 5, there's a strong family history of neurodevelopmental, neurological, or autoimmune conditions. Second dimension is chemistry. Energy crashes, fatigue, brain fog are common, especially after sugar, processed food, or poor sleep. Then mood, focus, or behavior shift noticeably with diet, gluten, dairy, sugar, food dyes, specific foods. Then sleep is hard, falling asleep, staying asleep, or waking up rested. Number 9, there is a history of frequent infections, allergies, eczema, asthma, and other inflammatory problems. Number 10, cravings, labs, or known deficiencies. Omega-3, vitamin D, B12, iron, zinc, magnesium point to chronic imbalance. Energetically, the nervous system seems to live on high alert, startles easily, takes a long time to calm down, slow to recover from stress. Repetitive movements or self-soothing, rocking, flapping, pacing, humming, fidgeting actually help with focus or calm. Meltdowns or shutdowns happen when overwhelmed, and they feel very different from ordinary frustration. Number 14, changes in plans, environment, or routine cause distress out of all proportion to the actual change. Number 15, after socializing or after a busy day, you need extended quiet time alone to recover. At a spiritual level, there is a deep, lifelong sense of being different, not passing, a core part of who you are. Special interests bring deep joy and a sense of a purpose. They are not optional, they are essential. Number 18, there is unresolved grief or trauma from being misunderstood, rejected, or forced to hide. Number 19, connection to family, community, faith, or spiritual practice feels strained, broken, or unclear. Number 20, the big questions. Why am I here? What is my place? Feel pressing and not yet answered. Add up your score in each dimension, each one out of 15. Then add the 4 dimensions together out of 60. Within a single dimension, 0 to 4, probably not a major issue. 5 to 9, real patterns, worth understanding, worth supporting. 10 to 15, this dimension is shaping your daily life, strong signal. Total score, 0 to 15, likely within your typical range. 16 to 30, a meaningful neurodivergent profile. A clinical conversation will help. 31 to 45, strong profile, worth a formal evaluation. 46 to 60, prolonged profile. Get a formal assessment. Get ACEs-informed care. One more time. This is not a diagnosis. This is a mirror. What you do with what you see is up to you and your children. And the shape of the score matters as much as the total. A high anatomy plus chemistry score start with an integrative medical workup. A high energy plus soul score focuses on nerve system regulation and the meaning-centered work. A high score across all 4 dimensions, that is the most consistent picture of autism. In the next video in this series, I will share a real case study, how we treat autism through the ACEs model and self-care that actually works for the patient and for the family. What I shared today is the framework. Every child, every adult, every situation is different. If you want to talk about your specific situation, yours or your child's, my clinical information is in the description. Call us when you're ready. We will help you take the next step. I'm Dr. Yang. Thank you for being here.